Welcome to the FieldHouse.
And we are back. Sorry, last week I took the week off. I was I was feeling a little bit under the weather.
Just a bye week.
No Omicron, just a little crud. But there's nothing like that Claritin D you have to go over state lines to get that can heal you right up. It works. It works magic. Smitty, how are you? Everything going good over there on East Atlanta, Santaville?
Oh, yeah, always.
Good. You staying busy?
So busy.
Your hair looks good, by the way.
You
can't see it right now, but
it's
the
long.
picture you sent, it looked good.
Yeah, I don't have time to get it chopped up.
Yeah, you don't have to take the month off. So let's get in. Let's kind of recap where we left off. The Heisman. I kind of figured, whatever.
Yeah,
I kind of knew he was going to win.
I think it was a gimme.
Yeah.
I was shocked at what you tweeted with the or what you responded to. I didn't realize his stats were that close to Joe Burrow.
I didn't either.
It did not seem like that kind of a year for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's done pretty well. But other than the Miami game, and, you got your cupcakes that you can throw in there. But, I mean, obviously the Iron Bowl and the SEC Championship sealed the deal, I think. I mean, him driving the field, 96 yards to put it in overtime and eventually win. And then obviously them just dominating Georgia like they did. It sealed the deal for them.
I think it came down to the SEC Championship.
I think it did too.
Who was your second place?
I guess Stroud. I don't know. It was so weird. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of this year's. I usually watch the Heisman. Like I usually am into it, but
I didn't watch it this year either.
I didn't watch it this year.
I know who's going to win it. I'm not even going to.
Who came in second? Hutchinson, the D end.
That's who I figured would be.
And
I didn't watch it. I don't know. I just know who won it.
There were defensive players with better stats than him.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was anybody's year to win it. And
True.
Obviously you wasn't in the playoff. You probably wasn't going to get an invite. Matt Corral could have been there.
Just too injured, too hurt.
Just injured, and it's not what it used to be, in my opinion. But it is what it is. We have our Heisman winner. We have bowl games starting this Friday. I love bowl season. It's just, obviously with opt-outs and all that, people don't like it, but I love bowl season. It's just a fun time. Just tuning in, watching some random bowl game.
And most of the games are pretty close too. They're usually not blowouts. So
yeah, I mean,
you're getting a good game for every bowl. So
yeah, I think we're going to have a couple blowouts this week. We'll talk about the bowl games all the way up until next. Let's go next Thursday. So we'll talk about from Friday to Wednesday when we usually record, and then we'll let the Thursday. We'll talk about that next week.
All right.
So college football playoffs. I guess we got. We did that. We got Alabama.
Michigan too.
Georgia, Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I went brain dead there for a minute. I mean, you can't really disagree with the top four. I think if you're a Cincinnati fan, you would want to see them higher, just for being undefeated, whatever. But I think they got it right. I think Michigan, the way Michigan beat Ohio State and the way Michigan beat Iowa, sealed the deal for them. But remember, I said this a few weeks ago. I said they're setting us up for a Georgia-Alabama rematch in the national championship game. Remember that? I said that.
Yeah, you did.
I did, and I called it, and we're probably going to see it. I think Michigan is going to put up a good fight with Georgia.
It's going to be good.
They're good. They're kind of similar.
Yeah, be a low scoring game.
Yeah, good running back, mediocre quarterback, defense, studs all over the field. Should be a good game. I have a feeling that Alabama and Cincinnati might be closer than we think, but I still think towards the end of the game, I think we're going to see Alabama kind of picking up the pace. It's just one of those games where I think Cincinnati's going to kind of come in and maybe put up a little show.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Were you surprised that Alabama jumped all the way to 1?
Yes and no.
I had a feeling Michigan would bump up to 1, Alabama 2, Georgia 3,
yeah,
4.
I thought Michigan might get that edge, but I figured, and then a part of me was like, well, the way the committee goes with Alabama, the way they beat Georgia, they'll probably get that jump.
So either way, it's probably going to be Alabama, Georgia in the national championship either way.
Yeah, I think we'll get that rematch. I think Georgia needed to lose that game, though.
I completely agree.
It's one of those things where, and I have faith in Georgia. And this is how I feel. I might have said it, but I had faith in Georgia all the way up until as they were getting the kickoff going. I was like, wait a minute. Georgia is a good team. I'm not taking anything away from Georgia, but Georgia hasn't really played anybody. Florida's not the team we thought they were. Tennessee, whatever. And I was like, Georgia hasn't faced much adversity. Alabama, on the other hand, they had a fight towards pretty much every game towards the end. They had a fight. Pretty much starting at LSU, and obviously Auburn. And I was like, I think Alabama's going to win this game. Because then, as you see, Georgia gets down, and Stetson Bennett he can't come back.
Well, you can't come back yet. You can't have a 10-point lead and then expect to put the game in Stetson Bennett's hands.
Yeah,
like you got to keep it in the run. Dude, James Cook was running all over that defense, and they just started passing.
I like Alabama's game plan with keeping Jordan Davis on the field.
Quick.
Because obviously you saw by pretty much the second quarter he was gassed. So it pretty much took him out of the game.
That's what Tennessee did, and they were close the whole first half.
Yeah. So they had a good game plan. And then obviously if Alabama gets down, they have really good receivers and athletes that can go yard. Georgia can too, but like I said, Georgia, I'm not saying Stetson Bennett's not good. I think he's a good quarterback, but he's not a put on a show to lead a comeback and win the game quarterback.
He's not a needle mover, like a game changer.
Yeah. He's game manager.
Yeah.
And give him the lead and he'll win that game for you. But if you don't have a good lead, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think I completely agree. I think it was definitely a needed loss if there is such a thing, because they're 20th, I think, in strength of schedule and one of the last in the SEC in strength of schedule. So, and they were just cruising through the year, and you can't get to the playoffs and cruise through the playoffs and expect to win a national championship. So
yeah,
I think now they have something to fight for, not just like let's just go undefeated. Like there's more to have to fight for if you get whooped by Bama. Like now you have like a chip on your shoulder. I think it was a good win. Yeah. I mean, a good loss. Sorry.
Yeah. So they lose it, and obviously they don't have nothing to lose. Alabama, it was win and you're in. Georgia, you can slip up and still get in. So it was bound to happen, I think. I literally had faith in, like I said, I had faith in Georgia all the way up until kickoff, and I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, Nick Saban's getting 6.5 points?
Yeah. And then it hit me. I was like, I'm an idiot. It happens, though. It happens. But we're here. College football playoffs right around the corner. Should be a good playoff. I'm excited. I hate the playoff games aren't on New Year's. Are they? They are. No, they're on New Year's Eve. Excuse me. They're on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, they are New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
I feel like they switched it up.
The 10th.
I feel like the first one of the years it was New Year's Day, because I remember laying on the couch and eating barbecue cocktail weenies and watching Georgia beat Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl. Yeah, that was New Year's Day for sure. So we got bowl season.
No, we were in Nashville. One of them was Christmas. One of them
LSU when LSU beat Oklahoma, we were in Nashville.
I can't remember. That was New Year's Eve, I think.
That was God. Man, that feels like forever ago. That
was New Year's Day. That was New Year's Day.
Was it?
It was 2019.
I can't remember, honestly. That was 2019. God. Feels like forever ago. But yeah, so we're here. Starting Friday, we have the Bahamas Bowl and the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl.
Heck yeah.
Bahamas Bowl, whatever. Toledo, Middle Tennessee. I do think that the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl in Northern Illinois and Coastal Carolina, that might end up being a pretty little game.
Be a shootout.
Be a big shootout. So we started off there Friday. That's my last day of school. That's why I love bowl season. You just wake up and watch some bowl. Actually, it comes on at night. Saturday. Oh, this is my favorite part is reading the bowl names. They change every year.
Yep.
The roofclaim.com Boca
Raton
Bowl, Appalachian State, Western Kentucky. That should be a good game. I didn't even go through the favorites. Coastal Carolina has -10.5 on Northern Illinois. Appalachian State's favored. We move on to the afternoon game, PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl.
What a name.
Fresno State and UTEP. Fresno State should handle that game. They're 11.5 point favorite, so that goes to show you. And then this is the team, and I get it. BYU, they deserved a better bowl.
I didn't realize they were 10-2.
They had a sneaky good year. They were my lock team early on in the season, them and Air Force, and BYU was running through teams. And they're playing UAB and the Radnitz Technologies Independence Bowl. This is the one in Shreveport, Louisiana. But, yeah, I figured – and obviously when they move to the Big 12, when they make that big transition, it'll help them out. But, man – they were kicking some teams' butts this year. They lost to Utah, and I'm pulling up the other team. No, excuse me. They beat Utah.
Oh, wow.
They lost to Boise State and Baylor. So, Boise State, I think I had BYU in that game.
So they should be like 11-1. They shouldn't have lost to Boise State.
So they lost to Baylor. Beat USC at USC. Obviously, USC towards the end of the season wasn't much. But, yeah, they beat Utah early on. And, obviously Utah had the season they had. But, yeah, I thought BYU deserved a better bowl. And I think they're going to destroy UAB. Chip on their shoulder, going in there. They had a long trip. So they're going to be,
True, that is a long trip.
It's still humid down there, I'm sure. But they're BYU -7. So take that how you feel. And then we got the Leading Tree Bowl, Liberty, Eastern Michigan.
Liberty should handle that. Right? Are they favored?
Yeah, about 9.5.
Yeah.
Eastern Michigan, MAC team. The MAC. We get to watch a good bit of MAC games. A lot of MAC teams are actually could go to the bowl game this year.
Yeah, so, it's a good season for the MAC.
They just beat the crap out of everybody or each other, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I don't like this name, the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl, Oregon State and Utah State. That should be a pretty good game too. Oregon State finished the season strong. Utah State blew San Diego State out of the water. Water. Oh, what a game that was. That was one of my picks too, by the way. We had a good day that day. How many games did you lose that day? Gosh, it feels like forever ago.
4.
I think I went 2, didn't I?
Yeah.
Good weekend. It was a good weekend for the pick'em. Oregon State's favored, -7. The R&L carries New Orleans Bowl. Louisiana still in the New Orleans Bowl. Is Napier coaching the bowl game?
Yes.
He is?
Yes.
Okay. So they're favored, obviously. I feel like every year, last year was the first year, I don't think they were in it, but Louisiana Lafayette or Louisiana usually stays in the New Orleans Bowl, and then they're back at it. If Napier coaches, one more finale, They should handle it pretty well. Man, I get so sad looking at these bowl games because I know it's almost over. I hate doing this.
Just flew by. Yeah.
It did fly by. Myrtle Beach Bowl Press by Tax Act, Tulsa and Old Dominion. Old Dominion, their total wins early this season was, I believe, 2. And here they are with 6 wins. So they
snooze fest.
They surpassed their goal. Tulsa's favorite 9.5. Monday night. Oh, that's actually a Monday afternoon game, 1:30. That's going to be exciting. Yeah, that's a Monday. I figure that game will be later on, but hey, I'm not complaining. Little afternoon bowl action. And then moving to Tuesday, famous Idaho Potato Bowl. This is where if you win, you get potatoes everywhere. Wyoming and Kent State should be a decent game. Wyoming, I thought Wyoming was doing better than 6-6, but they're 6-6, whatever. Kent State
favored.
Wyoming is -3. I like Kent State.
Me too.
Did Kent State win no, they didn't win the MAC, did they?
No.
They fell a little short.
Northern did, right?
Northern did, yep. It's weird watching those MAC games and seeing who ends up winning that conference title because you're like, I literally 3 weeks ago watched Northern Illinois struggle, and then here they are, the champions. Now here's the exciting bowl. Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl, San Diego State, and UTSA, the Road Runners.
Meep, meep.
There you go.
I'm ready for that one. Yeah.
San Diego State slipped up in their conference title game against Utah State. Texas San Antonio, they won their conference title, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
And then
blew them out.
Yeah. And the UTSA's favored -2.5.
Yeah, give me that. Give me the Texas.
I like it. San Diego State struggles. See what it is. That's going to be 6:30. These are our Tuesday games. Sorry, December 21st. Wednesday, Missouri and Army.
This doesn't make no sense.
Army's favored. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Okay. Missouri, they got 6 wins. Good for them.
They turned it on at the end of the season.
They did. They started picking it up. I don't know. I guess Army bounces back from the Navy game.
I'm sure they're ticked off after losing that one.
By the way, that's a bucket list game. I would like to go to that game one day.
Oof.
I heard it was it's a very, very good atmosphere. And I usually watch it. I don't pay much. It's on the TV, but I heard it's like a big deal. They sing their
I usually just watch the opening ceremony.
Yeah, they sing their alma mater or their song or whatever, and whoever sings second, that's usually who wins. And they said Navy was going crazy. They were like storming, or they were going up into the stands and stuff. Should be a good game. Army's favored 3.5. We'll see how it goes. I think Army should be able to handle them. Mm-hmm. Missouri, I don't know, whatever. All right, and that was our last game. So, bowl season's here. I love it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 games starting Friday until next Wednesday night, I guess. A lot of games. I'll send out a link. We'll do a Bowl Mania. We'll get that going tomorrow or tonight, actually. So I'll send that out. Join it if you want to. See who can win it. I think we can do pick'em style. So we can do spread pick'em style. To me, that's better because you don't have to have like a big tiebreaker and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But we're here. And then starting pretty much Thursday, we'll start to see a lot of familiar names. The Thursday, the one I'm excited for is Florida and UCF. I think that might, Florida's favored big, depending on opt-outs. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And then I was trying to find come on. I was trying to find the spreads here we go. So let's talk about the spreads real quick for the playoff, and then obviously we'll dive more into it as we go on. So Alabama and Cincinnati. Alabama's favored by minus 13.5. Did they get it right?
That's just funny for like a bowl championship game
Yeah.
to be favored 13.5.
It's such a weird year. And it's been a great year. I mean, it's been such a roller coaster year between just the upsets and then the coaching carousel and
Not great for
everything.
the pockets, but great for the viewing pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This is gonna be the Cotton Bowl, so we're gonna be in Texas. I think Alabama ends up covering, but it might be one of those games where Cincinnati keeps it close, and obviously, second half Alabama kind of, forces their wheel for Cincinnati. I do like the over in this game because I can see Alabama scoring 50. The over under is 58. I can see Alabama putting up 58 on Cincinnati.
Yeah, probably like Alabama puts up 40.
Yeah, I mean,
Cincinnati
you're looking.
Covers the rest.
I think Alabama at least puts up between 40 and 50, and then I think Cincinnati is going to score. So, I like the over. I think I already took the over actually. I did a lot of them really early, right when they released. So we'll see. And then move on to Georgia, Michigan. Georgia minus 8.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
What's the over under?
45. So we got one game 45, one game 58. So it goes to show it's these. I mean, Alabama and Cincinnati aren't perfectly matched up, but it's similar, just great offenses. And Cincinnati's defense isn't bad for the American Conference, and then you got Georgia, Michigan. Michigan and Georgia are built the exact same almost. And
yeah, give me the under and give me Michigan to cover that. I think that's way too many points. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I think it will too. That's in Miami Gardens, 6:30, New Year's Eve. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the Ole Miss Baylor game. I think it's going to be a good game.
Nobody's sitting out that game for the Rebels.
Nobody.
No opt-outs. That's awesome.
No opt-outs. I figured that would happen. I didn't see Matt Corral opting out. He doesn't seem like the kind of the guy that opts out.
I think Levy's going to still call that game too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's big.
So we'll see. He gets to call against. He's smart for calling against Baylor because he's gonna be playing Baylor.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably why he's doing it.
Yeah. The line for that's even. So
to pick him.
Yep, pick him. Over under 54. I like the under in that. Especially if nobody sits out for both sides, I think.
And Ole Miss has had they get a month to recover, and they've been so banged up, so that should help.
Every game, I feel like 50's. 50's not a lot, but a lot of the Ole Miss over under's been high. Their defense.
They've been under, yeah.
Yeah. And then it all wraps up January 10th in Lucas Oil Stadium. We don't want to talk about that right now, though. I'm sad about that. So bowl season's here, bowl mania. Gosh, I hate that it's ending, but I'm ready for this season to end. It's just one of those things where it's been so crazy. Like I'm exhausted from it. And
it's going to be even crazier with this transfer portal. So we'll still next year. It's just going to be a brand new year. Nothing carries over.
What a crazy day Monday was. I feel like Monday. You look at the transfer portal. If
like
you can even
600
look at that.
Athletes in the transfer portal.
And so many quarterbacks.
Big names. Not expecting
names.
all the big names.
A lot's happening. It's taking my favorite part of the NFL, which is free agency, and it's putting it into my favorite sport. And I don't hate it. I think it's awesome, especially just with all these deals you can get, and it's pretty much fair game for everything. Take it how you want it. We'll talk about signing day. Today was started signing day. And signing day, you have those people who just get so bitter when so-and-so didn't sign with their team. And it's because of the money. And well, yeah, it is because of the money. Okay. So you can go ahead and throw it out the window and stop getting mad at it. So we're here. Like they're getting money. we can talk about Saturday a little bit. Texas A&M jumps. I think as of now they're
number one. Yeah,
number one. Jake Johnson, Mac Johnson's little brother, signed with them today. So
Max hasn't done anything yet.
It's bound to happen. I think he'll be an Aggie before probably the week's over, or maybe next week.
But they still got their starting quarterback, right?
So he has the weird last name,
Calzada.
Yeah, he entered the transfer portal. Yeah, he entered the transfer portal Monday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was one of those names.
I'm surprised. He looked decent, and
wasn't bad.
Looked like he had the job.
Yeah, I mean, he beat Alabama. Struggle with, it is what it is. Him and Jimbo Fisher had a weird relationship. You could tell Jimbo just didn't like the kid. I mean, just the way they, just some things I saw. But yeah, I think Mac Johnson will be an Aggie. It's funny because he ended his career with a walk-off at LSU against Texas A&M, and now he's going to go play for him. So have a nice 8-4 season there, Max. It is what it is. I'm not mad. But yeah, Texas A&M jumps over Alabama. Or is it Georgia? I can't remember who was second.
Georgia's down to 3.
So it's Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia.
Yeah.
Penn State was high too. They were up there, top 5 there for a long time. I can pull it up, but I guess the biggest news was the Travis Hunter cornerback, the number 1 prospect in the nation,
coming to the SUP.
Flips from, I guess, Florida State to Jackson State.
Yep.
So that is huge. His video is kind of funny, kind of disrespectful if you're a Georgia and Clemson and Florida State fan.
I didn't see it, but did he take his hat off? Like put the
hat
on?
He was standing. Yeah, he was standing up and he grabbed the Clemson hat. Didn't even put it on, just threw it. And then he grabbed the Florida State hat. I was like, I'm gonna save this one for later. And then he grabbed the Georgia hat, put it on, then threw it off. And then he grabbed the Florida State hat, put it on, threw it off. And then he unzipped his jacket and he had the Jackson State, like, I believe shirt on. And then as he's unzipping the jacket, by the way, and this shows his hand-eye coordination. As he's unzipping the jacket, someone tosses a Jackson State hat to him and he snags it. So pretty impressive. And then he puts the hat on and he flipped.
Good for Dion.
Good for Dion. It's prior to Jackson State, his name got brought up for that Florida State job.
I think he's mad he didn't get it.
It is what it is. A lot of people are saying he won't be here next year. I've watched his documentaries. Him being at like Jackson State, it's kind of like a Last Chance U type thing. It's pretty good. It's on YouTube. I recommend watching it. But I feel like he is there for a good reason. And he's done a lot of good things. He got him a turf practice field. He's recruiting pretty well. His sons are there. His daughter plays basketball there. I just don't see him leaving in a hurry, I guess. I think eventually the opportunities, you have to take a big Power 5 school as a head coach. But I think he'll be there a little bit longer than people expect.
He's going to have to be. You can't just have one good year at a school like that and expect to go Power 5. He's got to build an empire and prove that he can revamp a program.
Yeah.
Which is doing now.
His bowl game's this Saturday, I believe, too, on ABC. So
that's awesome.
That's pretty much their championship, I guess. I don't know how it works. They're in some bowl game, but they won their conference. I think they only got one loss.
The SWAC.
So they play on ABC Saturday, 2:30, I believe. But yeah, if you're a Florida State fan, you're furious. The freaking what do you call the Twitter lobbies or the groups where you can like talk live? Spaces.
Yeah.
The Twitter spaces were live today with Florida State fans. They're like, we just extended Norvell yesterday and he loses this recruit. It's one recruit. You can't get it. I mean, yes, he's the number 1 prospect. He's going to Jackson State to learn from the best cornerback to probably ever play the game. Will it ruin his draft stock? Who's to say? I think this year, let's watch this year's draft. Let's see how many not necessarily Jackson State players, but HBCU players. Let's see how many go. And then, we'll go from there. Because obviously what Deion's doing, it's changing the way people look at the HBCUs and FCS. So we'll see. If he's a stud, he's going to get drafted. You got pro days, you got all that. If he's a stud, he'll get drafted. So I don't think it necessarily hurts his draft stock. But yeah, I was looking at the rankings: Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, and then Notre Dame. How is Notre Dame 7? They have 1 5-star, 16. Oh, I don't know. But it's early signing day. We have next in the spring or the early spring signing day, so we'll see. I'm excited. What else are we going to talk about? Signing day. Other than that, not big flips. So not really a big exciting day. The next signing day, I think, will be
Spencer Rattler to South Carolina.
Oh yeah, isn't that
something?
something?
Yeah, our first show was where we thought Spencer Rattler was going to go, and South Carolina was never on the radar.
South Carolina was not on the radar.
That's just interesting. I'd love to know.
Very. Beamer had some. Beamer was at Oklahoma. If that's the tie, that's the tie. I don't know. But they got the tight end too. He has a weird last name. It reminds me of Stroganoff, beef meatball Stroganoff. It's like Stegoff or something. Got him tight end. I guess the SEC East is the place to be, in my opinion. Because you don't have that much. You got competition, but you don't have what a lot of the other conferences bring. So, but like what's crazy to me is like you got to look at who's the other team in South Carolina that used to be relevant. Clemson. And now, right now,
we thought Clemson was the team.
Now, right now, there's only one relevant team in South Carolina, and that's South Carolina. So, we'll see.
Clemson's lost everybody.
Yeah, and then you see
all
Dabo.
Those coaches.
You see what Dabo said today.
Mm-hmm. That's a typical Dabo answer.
Yeah, he's a sore loser. I don't hate Dabo, but he is a sore loser.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
I think he'll get it. I think he'll go to the NFL.
It won't be surprised.
I don't think
Clemson
he wants to rebuild again.
They're number 16 in the recruiting class right now. It's
pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just you lose the best defensive coordinator in college football. I'm sure you got a lot of those defensive players going to the NFL. Offense, nothing was even on the offense to begin with, so I don't know.
I heard Lane Kiffin he's not expecting a lot of signees today. He's saving scholarships for the transfer portal.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy is, it's early signing day. A lot of these kids will be probably on campus next semester. But yeah, you still you don't have luck in the signing. You have the transfer portal. The way the transfer portal is right now, there's a lot of names in there.
Some of those kids ain't even gonna get picked up.
No, they're not.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah. Bo Nix was another big name in the transfer.
Oh yeah. That was out of the blue.
His name got put in everybody. It was on Ole Miss.
It's gonna be
Florida, LSU. It is what it is. Bo Nix is a decent quarterback. I'm not going to sit here and bash Bo Nix because he beat LSU, but he beat a lot of teams this year. Kept it close, Alabama.
I'd be surprised if he's stuck in the SEC.
Yeah,
why would you leave a starting SEC job at a huge school like that?
Yeah,
unless you want to go air raid.
A lot of it had to do with the system. I think when Gus left, the Boise State guy came. I don't even know his name. New system, so I can see maybe where he wasn't happy there. So I guess that's the beauty of the transfer portal. You're not happy, go somewhere else. I hope the new NCAA. Remember, we got new NCAA news.
Oh yeah,
Summer 2023.
2023. Yeah.
There better be a transfer portal on there.
Oh,
I hope it is. They'll if they're smart, they'll do it. They got plenty of time to put it all in there.
road to glory.
Road to glory. God, I'll hit the transfer portal so hard.
Can you go into the transfer portal more than once?
I don't know. I don't even know the
I feel like that should be a rule.
I remember at one point when you transferred, you had to sit out a year.
Yeah.
And then now you don't have to unless it's I don't know. I don't know the rules, but I don't think you have to sit out anymore, obviously. So I don't know. But you may not have time to go in it twice because a lot of the transfers are pretty much wrap it up unless there's a couple of sophomore. I don't know. That's a good we need a rules guy on here to look up these rules. So let's dive into the NFL real quick. All 32 teams are playing this weekend. That's a fun fact.
Saturday.
So it's gonna be
right?
Saturday games, yeah. But and Smitty, I'm starting to have a Vietnam flashback. All this COVID news is starting to bring me back to 2020. Remember that 2020, like January, February, March, pretty much March.
Do not panic. We will be evacuating the arena at this time.
Yeah. The news of Canada starting to shut things down. And then how was it yesterday? There was like a record high of numbers of across all pro sports, NFL, NHL, NBA, all shut down, or not shut down, but there's all these players. I think there was like 43 or 30. It was a weird number. And I started getting a Vietnam flashback. So I was like, oh God, it's going to happen.
Well, all the NFL owners had a meeting today to revamp the COVID protocols.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's talks about them doing a, if you're fully vaccinated and you have your boosters and you're not showing symptoms, you can still play.
Okay.
So if that goes through, then you won't have as many COVID blasts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, me neither. So that's why I don't plan on touching many NFL games this week.
No, not at all.
Because I mean the Chargers are done, the Browns are done. Who else was it? The Ravens. I don't know. Anyways,
the Lions had the flu.
Yeah. But we have all 32 teams playing. We got to be grateful for where we're at. Let's see. Saturday, we got 2 games, all on NFL Network. If you don't have NFL Network, guess what? You don't get to watch the games. Anyways,
I heard YouTube TV is going to get rid of ESPN.
Really?
Yeah, that's not good.
That isn't good. Excuse me. Thursday. We have a game Thursday. I forgot about Thursday. Thursday, we have Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs -3. Chiefs have been stepping up.
That defense is stepping up.
The defense, that Tyrann Mathieu, I guess, has got them.
He's buzzing. He's flying around.
Yeah. So Chargers,
up and down.
Yeah, I stayed away from the Chargers. They made me mad. And Cali. So we're in, home game for the Chargers. I think the Chiefs win this game. Okay. Haven't heard anything COVID related with the Chiefs. Chargers, I think they got a couple of receivers out.
California's basically locked down. With the Rams locked their facility down or something.
Yeah, the Rams had a bad outbreak too. That's another team I was thinking about. We begin into Saturday. We have Raiders at the Browns. Vegas is favored, obviously, because of everybody being out. For the
Browns second string.
The head coach is out. Baker's out. There are some other players out. I don't want to go to the list. Their list is long. So take that how you want it. Probably going to be a low-scoring game unless the Derek Carr can work some magic. And the game I'm looking forward to is that night, Patriots at the Colts. I think this should be a pretty good game. I haven't heard of any COVID with these two.
Mm-mm.
So we'll see. It's going to be Carson Wentz and Jonathan Taylor against that good Patriots defense.
Yeah, it's a huge game.
If you are a stats person, the Colts are 3-4 at home, and the Patriots are 6-0 on the road.
Mac Jones has not lost yet. He has not lost an away game.
Yeah. So take that how you will. I'm going to be riding the Patriots in this one. I might bet this game unless something drastic happens between now and Saturday. But Indy's favored right now, so that's why I say that. So the Patriots have been good to me as underdogs. So
yeah,
why not ride that cape until Superman crashes into the building? And then we get into Sunday. We got Panthers and Bills. Buffalo almost won that game the other night. Josh Allen may be a little banged up with his ankle.
they said he wasn't in a boot or wasn't limping last night.
So
Someone
that's
saw
good.
him at a play or something, but he should be fine. I think the Bills win that game.
What play?
Lion
King?
Hamilton. Yeah.
Nice.
Man, what is Hamlet?
Hamlet is that it's like the Knights something. It's a literature. It's something we did in English literature. I'm not sure. Anyway, Lions and Cardinals. Lions got their first win. Good for them. Against who did they beat? I went brain dead. Not the Steelers.
They tied the Steelers. The Vikings.
The Vikings. Yeah, talk about a roller coaster team. The Vikings.
They love those close games.
I mean, they beat this person. I don't know. Anyways, Cardinals and Lions. Cardinals are favored by 13.
DeAndre Hopkins out for the year.
Yes. So, you know who also impressed me was James Conner out of the backfield. Is a good receiver. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I'm surprised Pittsburgh let him go when they did.
Yeah, I mean, you got Najee Harris, but whatever. Then we got Jets and Dolphins. Dolphins have been on a roll too, by the way. Jets eliminated from the playoffs. So a lot of these teams, it's the Jets, the
Jaguars,
the Lions. Those three teams. It's starting to be tanking season.
Yeah.
So play that how you will. But I don't know. We'll see. The Lions, in my opinion, will put up a little more fight than the other two.
Oh yeah.
But it's tanking season. And then we have a NFL Beast game, Cowboys and Giants. Dak is hurt. I don't know. Dak haven't been playing like Dak Prescott.
That defense is saving them.
The defense is saving them. They'll probably continue to save them this week against Danny Dimes.
Is Danny playing?
I don't know. Is he hurt?
He's been hurt. Mike Glennon's been starting.
Okay, so the Cowboys defense should handle that. That'll be a good under game.
He put Jake Fromm in there.
Yeah, put old Fromm dog in there. 44 over under. I don't know. It might be an under game. Washington and Philadelphia. Philadelphia's favored -7. Washington's been on a odd streak.
They're banged up too.
Yeah, they are banged up. Other than that, I don't want to go through every one of these games. We got Texans and Jaguars, both 2-11.
No, that's terrible.
And I will talk about the Jaguars in just a minute because we'll see. 49ers have also been stepping it up. It's starting to get in, I guess it's clinch season. So right now, let's talk about the NFC because I feel like the NFC has been very odd this year. Who's the best team in the NFC in your opinion?
The
Packers. Yeah, me too. 10-3. Put a future.
Covering machines too. Great teams to cover.
Also put a future on them probably about a month or two ago. So, I'm going to ride the Panthers until the end. They play the Ravens, should handle the Ravens pretty well.
Yeah.
Lamar's
banged up.
May not play. Green Bay is going 5.5. So
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. Rams stepping it up. You're starting to see their defense step up, shut down Kyler Murray. What else? Sunday night game, Saints and Buccaneers. I hate it for the Saints, but I think the Buccaneers take this one. Buccaneers, man, at home too, by the way. They're 6-0 at home. So that's not a team you want to meet in the
playoffs. It's going to be them and the Packers again this year.
It is. Curious to see who gets home field advantage. Have they played each other?
Should be Green Bay.
Green Bay beat them at Green Bay, right? No,
this
they
year?
haven't played. They haven't played, have they?
No, they played in the championship game last year.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking of. So, yeah, should be Green Bay. Both teams are at home are pretty well. So, should be a good game. And then Monday night, we got a kind of a stinker of a game, Vikings and Bears. Taking us into the week. I'll be watching whatever bowl game's on other than that crap. Vikings 2-5 away, Bears 2-4 at home. Bears played the Packers good last week in the first half pretty well. I was like, okay. And then Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers is going to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And we're starting to wrap up. This is week 15. We have 3 more weeks?
Yeah, there's 18 this year.
18 weeks, and here we are. I guess 4, including this week. And then we got the wild card starting in January. So we're wrapping up, man. It's about to be sad boy season.
So sad.
So I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Is Urban Meyer
Yes, he'll be fired.
Going to be the coach of the Jaguars?
He's so wrong.
By let's just say February. Let's give him to the Super Bowl. February.
Yeah,
is he going to be the coach?
No. I think he's trying to get himself fired.
I think so too. At this point,
that's what it seems like.
Did you see the Josh Lambo news?
No.
As of tonight. Okay,
no,
so
today.
This probably broke about 5:00. Former Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo tells NFL Stroud that Urban Meyer kicked him during an August warm-up. Here's what happened. It's a funny story. I'm going to read the entire thing. So bear with me,
I'll sit back.
So this is Josh Lambo speaking. I'm in a lunge position. He's stretching.
Okay.
Left leg forward, right leg back. Lambo said that Urban Meyer walked up, and while he was in that stretch position, comes up and he says, "Hey, dipshit, make your effing kicks and kick." And then he proceeds to kick me in the leg. And it certainly wasn't as hard as he could have done it, but it certainly wasn't a love tap, Lambo said. Truthfully, I'd register it as a 5 out of 10. Which in the workplace, I don't care if it's football or not, the boss can't strike an employee. I love the term strike there.
Strike.
And for a second, I couldn't believe it actually happened. Pardon my language. I said, "Don't you ever effing kick me again." And here's where it gets good. And his response was, "I'm the head ball coach. I'll kick you whatever the F I want."
Oh my God. That can't be real. That dropped today?
Dropped today. So when I first read it, I thought it was the fake Adam Schefter that's been going off today, but it was the real Adam Schefter. And it was some other. So I don't know.
A couple of days ago, it came out that he told his assistant coaches to talk to the team about how they haven't won anything, and why are they coaching, and why haven't they won anything? And they had to explain to the team or something.
Yeah,
he's trying to get fired.
The fake Adam Schefter also tweeted today that, and I'm gonna try to find it because it was the Pardon My Take Twitter account. God, I'm not gonna be able to find it. But anyways, what's the owner of the
Shad Khan?
Yeah, it said Urban Meyer walks into Shad Khan's office and said, "You're a coward. You don't know crap about football." And then it said he gave him a promotion. And I thought it was real at first, and then I had to read it, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, that's not real." But anyways,
well, yeah, yes. Shad Khan came out and said he's not going to do anything about him right now. So I'm shocked.
I'll be curious. I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up tomorrow with news that Urban Meyer has been fired.
Can he just quit? What would they'd have to pay him though, right? No, they'd have to pay him if they fired him.
Yeah, I don't know.
If he quit, he wouldn't get anything.
I think at this point they're both trying not to I feel like the Jaguars are not going to fire because they don't want to pay him, and Urban Meyer is trying to get them to fire him so they can pay him, and he can just live in wherever he's Ohio and get lap dances in the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the stories that it's been every week that come out about Urban Meyer, it's bound to happen, I guess.
Then, Trevor Lawrence said in that press conference, like, why is our best player not in the game? I didn't agree with that coaching decision. It's just like every week it's something new. And he said people are leaking stuff. And he's like, that leak should be fired immediately. Like, what if he's the leak? What if he's leaking stuff out?
He could be. I don't know. And speaking of a quiet year, I mean, I haven't watched. I think I watched maybe a little bit of the first Jaguars game. They played the Texans. Anyways, but what a quiet year Trevor Lawrence is having. He threw 4 picks Sunday.
It's not his fault.
It's not. At some point you just say, hey.
It happens to every, like, out of the top 5 draft picks every single year, one of them's gonna get screwed over. So
the way it's going, I obviously Trevor Lawrence is, when it comes to like high school recruiting and college and being drafted, he was compared to not having that much hype since Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if not next year, maybe not the year after, but in the next like 3 to 4 years, he's not in Jacksonville anymore. I don't know. Let's say Matt Stafford retires and, Sean McVay brings him to LA. I don't know, but he can't stay in Jacksonville.
What's interesting is, like, all right, you get rid of Urban. Now who's the replacement? Do you go back to college and find you a head coach because it didn't work out great there, or you bring in from the NFL?
If you hire a head coach from college, you hire Dabo.
That's what I'm thinking. He's got Travis and Trevor.
But do
you want to take that risk?
I don't think so. The NFL coaching carousel amazes me every year. And then you look at the sideline and who the defense and offensive coordinators are. They're literally head coaches.
Head coaches that got fired.
Like Brad Quinn for the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. He's literally he's not a Super Bowl champion, but he's been to the Super Bowl. He coached the Super Bowl game. It's literally like.
It's like Anthony Lynn got fired from the Chargers because he was awful at like clock management, and now he's like running the clock management at the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The NFL coaching staffs amazes me. It's literally like a big group of people who are friends, and they just kind of rotate. And I can see why people get frustrated about like it being racist or whatever, because like it's literally the same guys every year. Like you're like, well, bring in somebody new and fresh. I'm curious. Like it's like you got, what's the guy's name? The Kansas City offensive coordinator,
Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him in Jacksonville.
He'll be a head coach probably next year, and I don't know. I said it last year too, I believe. I don't know, but like it's the NFL coaching system irritates me. I just don't like it. And then you get some young guy like Sean McVay or whatever, and you're just like, okay, yeah, he's smart, whatever. But anyway, that was my NFL rant.
Good run, Urban. Good run.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what comes out next week. Like I'm just you can't stop kicking your kicker in the back of the leg while stretching.
I don't know how I missed that.
That amazed me. So we'll see. It's just, God, it baffles me. It baffles me because, like, at some point, it seems like he doesn't want to be there. And if he doesn't want to be there so bad, there was a lot of college coaching jobs open that he could have tried to get, whether he got it or not. But I don't know.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I guess. What do we miss? Anything else, Smitty?
Shout out to Steph Curry.
Shout out to Steph Curry. Yes, broke the record.
Breaking the all-time three-point record.
It was a nice little picture of him and Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. Was it Reggie Miller? Yeah,
he was there videoing. That was an awesome thing. Like seeing him like just break down and start crying. Like, yeah, that meant a lot to him.
Spike Lee stole the show. He was like a happy grandma
kid in the candy store.
He was. You just every picture you see of Steph, it's Spike Lee like somewhere in the background with his phone out, like snapping pictures. It was just kind of funny to see.
Oh, Tiger Woods is back this week.
I did see that. What tournament is this?
The PNC Championship. It's where he played with his son last year.
So is he playing with his son this year again? Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to take the heat. Yeah, he's trying to take the heat off himself. He's saying like, I'm not playing as a player. I'm playing as a dad, and like this is for Charlie and all that stuff. But just to see him back on a golf course is gonna be freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait. My Sunday red.
That's gonna be good to see. I'm gonna have to tune in there. Oh, by the way, we picked up a new sponsor. Dead Soxy. Remember the socks?
Beautiful socks.
Beautiful socks.
Beautiful. Those Archie Manning socks are just.
Yeah. If I had an older Ole Miss fan in my life, or I might get them for you for Christmas, Smitty, but the Arch Manning socks, there's Matty Ice socks now.
Mm-hmm. Lane Train
socks, and
I hope they make you a picture. If you're listening, Soxy get Brian Kelly's dance moves on a sock, please.
Yeah, that needs to happen. If it hasn't already. But listen, the link is in our bio, our Twitter bio. Go to Dead Soxy. They got women's socks, men's socks. They have crew cut socks. They have dress socks. They have any socks you want. And if you put in our code, the FieldHouse, capital T, capital F, capital H, you get 20% off. And that's a pretty big discount.
Can you look behind you real quick?
I'm scared to.
Yeah.
Oh, it was my cat.
Okay. Didn't see anything. It just slowly opened.
The cat, I scared the cat more, but she scared me, or she scared me. Come here, Lola. What are you doing? But yes, go to Dead Soxy. Go to the link in our bio. Like I said, Christmas is right here.
Yeah, great gift. Great gift idea.
And if you don't even want to use our discount, you're like, hey, screw those guys. Right now they have holiday discounts. They have 20% off any order, 30% off orders of 120 or more, or 40% off orders of 240 or more. And they have all kinds of collections. They have dress socks collections, no-show socks collections, college socks collections, athletic lounger, groomsmen socks. If you're getting married, do you know anybody getting married soon?
I do.
You can go on there. Get you some groomsmen nice gift. Right now, the college socks. They have Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss, Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma. They're getting more. But they have they also have South Carolina. So maybe Spencer Rattler has some socks. Texas A&M socks. Oh, they did release some more right here.
It's basically all the SEC.
They do have all the SEC now. Look at there. But like I said, go on there, 20% off. Use code the FieldHouse and get 20% off. You can literally get anybody in your life a Christmas present right there. Stuff your stockings with some stockings.
There we go.
I
like that.
There we
go. I like
go.
that a lot.
I'm pumped up about that now. So yeah, that's our ad. Go on there. I ordered me some LSU socks. Should be coming in soon. The shipments and stuff are everywhere. Georgia, Smitty, they got Georgia socks. They look pretty nice. We should get Jish a pair of Herschel Walker socks.
Let's do it.
They also have packs. So you can get like a 3 or 4 pack of all, every college, your college socks. So they're pretty fresh. Believe it or not, Smitty. So I ran across this on Twitter, and I actually own a pair of their socks already. I bought in New Orleans.
And you didn't even know it.
I didn't even know it. And they're my favorite socks. Anytime I wear, I got the LSU purple and gold with the fleur-de-lis on them. So there we go. Do we miss anything? I don't think so. We'll get the Bowl Mania going. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. Be sure to watch us and subscribe on YouTube. Our YouTube's lit, by the way. Smitty does a great job. Smitty is in his bag when he posts the YouTube videos on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to there, watch it, listen to this. I think we're doing better on YouTube right now, analytic wise. So people actually like looking at our faces. That's surprising. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, all that fun stuff. And we'll get the Bowl Mania going, and we'll talk some bowl games and more football next week. See y'all later. Peace.